The ending of the third episode of Loki's second season definitely tosses a lot of things into a blender, and it's ready to spit out a second half that's going many places. So let's talk about where we leave off with the return of He Who Remains. He Who Remains is back, except not how you might expect, as he's a corpse, sitting right where Sylvie left him. Now, of course, we got here because by the end of this episode, Sylvie let Victor Timely go with Loki and Mobius back to the TVA, while she lets Renslayer have what she wants, and that's to be with He Who Remains at the end of time. Now, before we dive deeper into this, of course, the audio commentary for this episode will be available within the next 12 hours or so, but on top of this, anybody that joins at the base tier can get all of Loki Season 1, all those audio commentaries, all 6 episodes for that base price starting tomorrow as well. So we hope to see you there. Now, okay, since we were talking about Renslayer now being stuck at the end of time with He Who Remains as his castle is literally falling apart, obviously one thing is for certain. Where they are right now is still at the end of time, but we don't exactly know when and where and how it could be affected with the slightest things that happen in the future. So while Sylvie literally kicked her to the end of time with He Who Remains, she stuck him into the version where he's literally stabbed and then everything starts branching off. So clearly, the end of time now has splintered. She just threw Renslayer into that specific one. And obviously, once things get back in order, things are going to be different. So you can probably see why this is a pretty big deal, because now we kind of got the confirmation that there is no just one end of time. There's still multiples now. Sylvie, with the device she had at the end of the last episode, can now go back to this one, or probably any one she chooses. Obviously now with the coming Kang War and everything, and they mention the multiverse war a bunch of times in this episode, I think we know exactly where they're heading and what we can expect. And it's honestly going to be quite shocking to see how this plays out, because think about this for a second. Now, Victor Timely's in the TVA, he's going to see what he can become. And does that possibly interfere with this last sequence? Does he go to the end of time and sees what he could become and try to do more, try to fix it, or does he become the ultimate evil?